All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Model Monday Live, the greatest YouTube live stream of all time. Voted the greatest YouTube live stream of all time. Great to see everybody here again. Happy Monday to everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us. What a weekend. We got to watch the World Championship of 3D CAD speed modeling, and it was absolutely epic. It was an absolute blast. It was so fun to watch with everybody. It was so fun to have my brother Tom doing co-commentary with me, and then my old friend Tom doing co-commentary with me as well. So it was really, really cool. Really exciting to have everybody there with us on Friday night, and some good models. I think the models were really good this year. Some great competition, really neck and neck the whole time. Wild tournament. Yeah, we had if I remember correctly, we had the Final Four match 1 go to 3 matches, and then the Final Four match 2 go to 3 matches as well. Taking out the extra match that got scrapped because of the false start. So it was really a great tournament. Huge congratulations to Ram Bros Workshop in the chat, our new world champion of 3D CAD speed modeling. Ram Bros, I'm working on some collateral, some marketing collateral. I'll send this all over to you. This is kind of like the first mock-up. I'm not ready to release this one yet, but I will definitely be sending you out all kinds of cool marketing stuff to celebrate you, to recognize you as the world champion that you are, that you deserve all the recognition you deserve. If you go to TooTallToby.com/tournaments, there's a record of all of the previous tournament winners, and Ram Bros is going to be added to this list. So we had Airwick earlier this year using Onshape. Victor K, our former world champion of 3D CAD speed modeling, in the chat right now. Allness, the 2022 champion. Gerbin, the inventor user, the WizKid, Cam Smith, and Ivan the Reasonable, all former tournament winners. And now we're going to be adding Ram Bros to this list, this elite list. So congratulations. Asia on top. Let's go. I like that. Maytab. Welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Liam Perry joins the channel. Welcome to Level 42 GG. You got yourself some new icons there in the chat as well. Congratulations, Liam, and thank you so much for joining. Very much appreciate everybody joining the channel recently. It's been a cool new experiment we've been working on. Trying to see if I can just get a little bit more gain here from this mic. It still seems like it's a little low. I'll try to just get really close to it here and talk to you guys. I'm looking a little jaundice here too. Let me see if I can fix that. Fixing all kinds of things on the fly here. Oh wait, maybe I overcorrected there. Shahor is here, says hi Toby and all. Hello. Welcome. Can you increase your volume any more? I don't know if I can, honestly. Let's go. Let's do some on the fly tech support. We can do this. Man, I wish I could fix my color correction here. I feel like that's what's bothering me more than the volume. Of course, I can't hear the way you guys can hear. All right, let's see what we got here. Here we go. We got a level in here. Let's see. Can I push this? Hello. That's about all I can do, and it really didn't do much. I'm not sure where I'm getting volume correction on this thing. It's really throttling me down. I'll have to keep working on it. We moved into a different location when we ran the tournament, and now we're getting back and trying to get everything. All right. Vicky in the chat says, it's fine. Okay, Aaron C in the chat says it's fine. Well, welcome, everybody. Welcome, one and all. So good to see everybody in here. Thank you so much for joining us, Victor K. Thank you for joining us, Adrian. Ram Bros, great to see you in here. Thank you for joining us on this Monday, October 21st. Pit J, welcome. Hi, all. Augu, hello. Ozzy Aziz, welcome. Liam Perry, good evening, all. He's got the Wales flag there. Nice. I like it. Jern, what's up, Jern? Welcome. And Maytab says hi. Hello. welcome. Finally got my CSWA. Huge thanks to Toby for all those tips. Thank you. Thank you. Glad that you got that. We're going to keep going. Maytab. Sorry, Maytab. Bob Phelps says hello from Iowa. Hello, Bob. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful Model Monday episode. Aaron C. is here. Member of the channel, old friend of the channel, co-commentator of the tournament, world famous co-commentator of the tournament. Welcome, Aaron C. Thanks for joining us. And Chris Knudsen is here. What's up? What's up? Welcome. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Rambros Workshop, our world champion of 3D CAD speed modeling, is here. Shahor is here. Welcome. Welcome. And Dom is here. What's up, Dom? Welcome. Epic tournament on Friday. Great job, my friend. Great showing. Thank you so much for joining us here today, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Model Monday Live, where we challenge you, the chat, to find out who is the fastest in the chat. Today is Monday, October 21st, a great way to start the week. We had a great weekend. We're ready to start the week here. And what we're going to do today is 2 CAD speed modeling challenges. We're going to have some tournament updates. We're going to do a live solve using SolidWorks, and we're going to talk with the best chat ever. And so the live solve I'm going to do is going to be this plate, the weight plates from the tournament on Friday. I just think this is a cool model. It's a cool use of configurations and configuration tables in SolidWorks. And so I think it'll be fun to do configuration tables here using SolidWorks. We'll talk a little bit about that in just a few minutes. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Hit that like button, subscribe, share, and reshare. Let everyone know what we're doing here in the chat. Jesse Davis is here, says not supposed to be awake yet. Again, you guys soldier on without me. Nice. Welcome, welcome, Jesse. Thanks for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us, and welcome to Model Monday Live. Guys, don't forget to share and reshare. Hit the like button. Let me see. What do we got here on my monitoring software? We got 12 likes. We got 26 people in here. Let's see what we can do to get that number to be 1-to-1. Number of people in the room matching the number of likes. And with that, welcome to your first Model Monday Live CAD Speed Modeling Challenges. This is where we challenge you to take a 2D drawing and turn it into a 3D model as fast as you can. You're going to try to calculate the mass, and you're going to enter that mass directly into the YouTube chat. And the basic rules of this challenge are that you can use any 3D CAD package as long as you can input density and output mass. All CAD are welcome here on Model Monday Live. Make sure that when you go to answer, you use the specified precision. So if I say answer in x.xxx, make sure you answer in the specified precision. And the first correct answer in the chat will be declared the winner, will earn a point, and will end up on our Model Monday Live leaderboard on the website. And for this Model Monday Live episode, the materials that we're going to use are going to be plain carbon steel, 1060 aluminum, and ABS with the densities listed below. Make sure you've got the correct densities, otherwise you're not going to come up with the correct mass. You might need to create a custom materials library to facilitate that, but just make sure that you've got these correct densities ready to go so that you can compete and have fun and see how you do against the pack and just see if you can even finish the challenge in the allotted time. Even that in and of itself is quite the achievement. And finally, the advanced rules are this is meant to be fun and good-spirited. Occasionally, I will make mistakes. Some of my drawings are a little questionable. We use the what we call the Toby standard here on TooTallToby. And the Ivan exploit is permitted. Don't think you're going to be able to use it in the first one. You might be able to use it in the second one today. And if you're not familiar with the Ivan exploit, I just want to say Aaron C. and I made some great progress on that video last week. It's just about done. We're doing some mixing with the audio, trying to get all the audio levels right and everything. But that video is going to be out any day now, so you guys keep looking out for that. Put a 1 in the chat if you're excited about the Ivan exploit video. Aaron C. and I are, it's a real work of art. We've had some back and forth on it. We had to cut some stuff, leave some stuff on the cutting room floor. We might end up doing like a director's cut, an extended 3.5-hour version of the video at some point. But for now, we're just trying to get out the regular 5-minute video to explain the Ivan exploit. So it's going to be coming out very soon. Which will come first, GTA 6 or the Ivan exploit video? Yes. I mean, if we keep making progress the way we have been, me and Aaron C., it's going to be out any moment now, any moment. All right, guys, with that, let's get into our first challenge. As soon as I show this 3D print, or 2D print, excuse me, as soon as I show this 2D print I am going to challenge you to take that 2D print to make a screen capture so you can move it over onto your second screen, and then to use that screen capture to model this part. And then we're going to go on and keep talking about what's going on in the world of TooTallToby. So here we go. This very first challenge for all of you begins in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part in XXXX grams? This part is called fully defined, 24-10-11. Fully defined. You can see that there's some notes in the upper left there. The model is solid. That decal is for illustrative purposes only. You can tell this is an Australian rules football. Pretty wild sport. It's played on an elliptical field or an oval field. Not a rectangular field. What is the mass of this part? Plus or minus 3 grams. It's a solid part. You'll notice that there's this groove running through the model in 2 directions. That groove has the same geometry. It's called out in that detail view and also in section CC. So look out for that groove. And it all kind of comes together in the middle there. So the part's symmetric in 2 directions. What is the mass of this part? Aaron C. congratulating Victor K on his double victory today. We'll see. Time will tell. I think Victor K has started competing using Onshape. He's making that transition to compete using Onshape. He won the world championship using SolidWorks. I think he's going to try and come back through and win the world championship using Onshape next year. All right, guys, take a screen capture. Make sure that you have that model, that image captured onto your second screen so that you can continue modeling while I continue talking to all of you about news from the wonderful world of TooTallToby. I did see a comment came in earlier. Let me see here. It was a comment about university. I love university. Oh, yeah, Ozzy saying, can I use some of the practice models for my courses at university to show the students? Yeah, absolutely. You can use, I mean, the best thing you can do for me is you can help me out by getting the students to sign up for the practice models app. If you need PDFs, if you want to use PDFs, then what you can do is you can visit the training center here at TooTallToby. So if you go to the training section and you get over onto the Thinkific page, so you could just go to either one of these, go to like the self-paced, go to the Thinkific page here and go to all products. There is a party pack on there. So there's a tier 1 party pack. I'm going to continue posting these party packs, but what these party packs say on them in the watermark down here in the corner in this watermark is it says, this drawing can be used for any educational purpose. So these are more like if you're a university instructor, these are more the preferred way for you to kind of distribute this to the class rather than like doing a screen capture of the practice models or something like that. I mean, sure, spread the word about TooTallToby. That's your mission every week. Continue to spread the word about TooTallToby. But, if you visit TooTallToby.thinkific.com, this website here, TooTallToby.thinkific.com, and then you purchase one of those party packs. Right now, the tier 1 party pack is out. The tier 2 party pack will be out soon, so you can kind of challenge your students at different levels. I'm going to make a sheet metal party pack as well. Those are better for that kind of a situation where you're trying to create something you're going to like print out or distribute to your students. Otherwise, what would be better for me would be if you had your students sign up at TooTallToby.com and then do the practice models there, and then that way their answers are in the system. And of course, you could always check their answers here on the leaderboard or on the completionist board for practice models, something like that. You could check their answers there to make sure that they did it, and you could even check their analytics to see how fast they did it. But that would be the better solution would be to use something like from the Thinkific store, use a party pack from the Thinkific store. And if there's a certain tier level that you're looking for, then, I could definitely help you get a hold of that tier level as well. So if you're like, we need tier level 4, like, all right, I'll try to put together a party pack for you. So thank you for that question. Great question. Hopefully that answered the question about, if you're a university student. We love students. We love university instructors and the fact that you're teaching the next generation. So very, very much appreciate it. Got nothing but love for the instructor community and whatever I can do to help you. But as far as like what's kind of best for everybody involved, the best thing is to get them to sign up on the website or to get those party packs, and then you can print out those. You can use those party packs however you want. You can print them out, share them. You do whatever you want with the party pack. Maybe don't email around the PDF, but if you need to use it as an instructor. Let's see here. How did we got an answer already? Aaron C came in with an answer right away. Victor K came in with an answer right behind him. Wow. And Liam says, wow, that was fast. Yeah, that was fast. My goodness. Little discussion there of how to build the model. I like it. Keep it going, guys. Everybody in the chat can learn. Emil in the chat says, I compete against my classmates on the practice models. Great fun. Nice. Awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, that's great. And we're continuing to evolve that app. So that's why we want to get as many people using the current version so we can keep in touch as we continue to evolve that app. All right, guys. Well, take a look at the chat if you guys want to get some pro tips from some of the fastest speed modelers in the world on how to model this current part that's being modeled, how they're able to model it so fast. They're having a good discussion. Always good to learn from these guys that are finishing so fast. And don't forget to support the channel. Hit the like button, subscribe, share, and reshare. Let's see how many people we got in here now. We got 35 people in here. And how many likes do we got? We got 17 likes. Let's see if we can double that. I challenge you guys to double the number of likes in this live stream. And also, of course, to subscribe, share, and reshare. Don't forget your mission every week. This kind of goes in line with what we're saying about the university instructors. Your mission every week is to walk up to one coworker or a fellow student and whisper in their ear and tell them all about the TooTallToby channel and the cool activities that we do over here, whether it's the practice models app or the party packs or the tournaments or Model Monday Live, competing live against other CAD users from around the world using different CAD systems. You can do all kinds of fun stuff here at TooTallToby. Tell a coworker about it. And, of course, we always really appreciate any financial contributions that come in. We do kind of run off a value for value system here. So you can use Super Chat. It's down at the bottom of the current live stream. If you're interested in doing Super Chat, it's down at the bottom of the current live stream. You can use that to contribute financially. You can use Super Thanks if you're watching a recording of the current live stream. Or you can use the website, TooTallToby.com/donate. You can use PayPal or Venmo, or I think there's maybe even some other options on there to donate. We very much appreciate the financial contributions. If anybody out there is getting a lot of value out of the channel, this is a great way to send some value back. And we especially appreciate the people that are coming in with the recurring donations, and we want to make sure we recognize them every week as a huge thank you. We want to give a thank you to Dale W., Sylvain, Yup, That's Me, and Martin L. The list continues to grow, guys. We're going to try and keep growing this list until we get it up to the hundreds or even the thousands. But we really appreciate those recurring donations, those recurring contributions. They really help us kind of plan out the upcoming months and years of the channel. And, of course, we also have the new join option. You can see some of the users in the chat have the special green text, have the special TooTallToby icon next to their name. They have joined the YouTube channel. They've used the join membership, and we really appreciate them as well. We're going to recognize them in just a few minutes. And so in the world of TooTallToby, what is going on? Well, the big thing that's going on right now is the training. We really push for the training. We got a lot of tips and tricks videos coming out now that are reminding people about the upcoming training, Toby's Advanced SW Part Design. If you're ever interested in learning about sweeps and lofts and curves and filleting and multi-body and patterns, well, this is the class for you. This is the class that's really going to set you up for success and let you kind of expand your ability to create more and more complicated parts. So if you want to sign up for that class, it's October 29th, October 30th. You can visit us, TooTallToby.com/training. This is something that's a 2-day class with me. 2-day class live with me. It gives you the ability to work with a live instructor to ask questions on the fly. It's a web meeting. We do it all over the world, but you're able to ask any questions you have. We can pivot. You can share your screen with me. I can answer your questions. So you really get 2 full days with a CAD expert, and it's something that I think is it's something that gives you a lot of value. It's a lot of fun. It's a fun class. I always enjoy teaching this class, and we're looking for more students. So come on in and join us. advanced part design with TooTallToby. If you know anybody who wants to take it, a lot of times your company will even pay for you to take this kind of training because you're going to get a return on investment for them. You're going to be a better user. So it's really a win-win in that sense. You get more training and you don't have to pay for it if you can get your company to pay for it. So talk to your engineering manager, talk to your training coordinator person, let them know that we've got this training, and we will take care of all the billing and all the financial stuff to make sure that you can get into that class. Class is $500, $500 for 2 days, and it's a really good time. We always learn a lot in that class. You get the training, you get the sweet training manual, you get a bunch of downloaded files that you use while we go through the training. It's a click-along type training, so like I show you how to do something, but you have the files, so you're clicking right along with me. And when you're done, you get a certificate of completion. Training with Toby, awesome student number 1. Now, if you can't make it to that advanced class or you can't afford it or you just can't make it, you can't be tied up for 2 days, we are starting to offer some online training as well. We have finished the CSWP prep class, the online prep training for CSWP. This gives you everything you need so that you can pass the CSWP on the first try. So it's kind of like a crash course in part modeling, in configurations, in part changes, and in assembly modeling. You can think of it that way too. It's almost like a SolidWorks basics class or intermediate class on part modeling, on configurations and part changes, and on assembly modeling. This is 5 hours of training, and so far we've had 2 students who have completed the class, and both of those students passed their CSWP on the first try. And we've got other students that have purchased the class that are kind of like halfway through it. So we have some other students. We're going to get some more feedback on this class any day now. We're going to have more people finish in this class. But both of the students who took the class passed the CSWP on their first time. It really does give you everything you need. There's even a section in there where I talk about how to get a hold of a free CSWP certification code. So, maybe you didn't know how to get your CSWP certification for free. There's different avenues you can go down to get it. And sometimes those avenues are open and maybe you don't know about them. We talk about that in that training class as well. So you can visit us, TooTallToby.com/training, or visit the Thinkific site. It's 5 hours of video, a sample CSWP prep exam, downloaded training files that you use to kind of click along with, and tips and tricks really for any certification, but specifically for the CSWP. If anybody has any questions on that, let me know. Atse is here, says, I just tuned in to say hello, but I see we talked about the CSWP. That's one of my students right there who passed the CSWP on his first try. Awesome. Great to see you in here, Atse. Thank you for joining us. And also in the world of TooTallToby, you can visit TooTallToby.com. The Practice Models app continues to be updated. We do continue to add models to that. I'm going to be adding some more models later today. We noticed that we're a little bit light on some of the kind of easier. Look at how many models are in there. It's crazy. We noticed we were a little bit light on the Wait, I see Dom in the chat says, I didn't know about the free testing certs until I was 3 years into using SolidWorks. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you may be able to get a hold of a free certification in your virtual tester profile. So yeah, we've got a lot of practice models in here. We did notice if you go into the filters here and you say show the filters for tier 1, for example, we notice that there's only 5 models here that are tier 1 models. We notice if we show the filters for tier 2, there's only 6 models here that are tier 2. So we were a little bit light on the tier 1, tier 2. We're kind of trying to stack up on those as opposed to like the tier 3 models. You can see there's 20 of them. So we notice we're a little bit light on some of the earlier tiers, so we're trying to kind of restack on those. So you may notice some of the new models that end up on the practice models page are a little bit on the lighter side. I'll still be sprinkling in some of the more complicated ones, but we're trying to kind of balance that out now and try to get a pretty even, an even match. And that way, when newer people come to the site to do the practice models, they have a few more models they can actually practice too. But be sure to check out the Practice Models app if you haven't been there before. It's always a good thing to let people know about when they're coming to the website. Let them know that the Practice Models app is available and that we've got the ability to get in here and to kind of just go through and pick out a practice model. Let's say you pick out this one here, 240106, and we can say click here to begin and reveal drawing, and then boom, the clock is running, and now it's up to you to figure out what is the mass of this part while that clock is running against you. It's kind of intense with that clock running against you, So I'm sure some of you guys have felt that before, and it is a really, really good time. And Sentot is in the chat and says, hello, Sentot. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. And Jesse Davis says, if you buy SWEDU right now through Titans of CNC, they include both CSWP and CSWA credits, 1x each. Nice. That's a good deal. You could buy that. You could buy my class. And then you could be on your way to getting CSWP within a weekend. You could do it all in a weekend. EUP, that's me, says, I'm always right-clicking on that drawing to open in a new tab so I can read the details. Yeah, that's a good good enhancement request. Appreciate that, EUP. That's me. Yeah, the drawing, if the drawing ends up too small, you can zoom in, you can zoom out, but then the clock gets small also. But if you hold actually the drawing doesn't really change when you do that anyway, right? Maybe once you get to a certain point, then it gets a little bit bigger. So you can hold control and you can middle mouse button and kind of zoom in and see if you can use that to get it a little bit bigger. It looks like once you get to a certain point, it gets reactive. So that could maybe be a hack, or you could, like you said, you could move it over onto another screen, or right mouse button, open image in new tab. Oh yeah, that's a pro move right there. I thought you were saying that was an enhancement request. It already works. Sweet. Thank you. Yup, that's me. EUP, that's me. Yup, that's me. That's awesome. Yup, that's awesome. All right, guys. I think that's it for the TooTallToby news. More practice models coming today. Check it out if you haven't been there before. Let us know in the chat if you're here for the first time, if you're new to the channel. And, of course, we got to give a huge thank you to Bodie McBoatpants, who puts in so much work to make sure that all these apps work, to make sure that the web page keeps working. Even when we're under attack from foreign forces, Bodie McBoatpants gets the website back up and running, fortifies the defenses, and he really is an amazing guy, an amazing member of the team. Aaron C. says, I'm here for the first time. Welcome, Aaron C. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for joining us. All right, guys. I think that's it for now. World Championship, we talked about that a little bit. Check out the tourney videos. The highlights videos are a good time. And if you didn't get to watch that live stream from Friday, the Final Four, here we see the Final Four. Great Nate 08, our high school student using Fusion 360. Crispy Co, our crusher of SolidWorks. Dom, able to model anything, no matter what the challenge is that comes to him, he can figure out a way to model it. And Ram Bros, our world champion of 3D CAD speed modeling, our Fusion 360 wizard from India. Congratulations to all those Final Four, and thank you for such an awesome stream. That was a really good time. Really good time, really good stream. Really appreciated all you guys being there. And I think that's it. Discord, check out the Discord. Lots of activity on the Discord. Link down in the description. That's it. Like and subscribe. How are we doing for our likes? Did we get up to our 35 likes? Let's see. Did we double it? 23. Come on, guys. We can go higher than that. Let's make this happen, baby. Okay, don't forget to sign up for training. And let's get into it here with this first answer. I saw the answers coming in. They were coming in pretty fast, pretty hot and heavy. Let's see here. The first answer comes in from Aaron C. 4473. Victor K. 4473. Dom 4474. Sharor 4473. Rambros Workshop 4473. Azi 4472.8958564 46692 grams. Very nice. Who else we got in here? Anybody else coming in with an answer? Just a few people trying to take this one on. That's all right. Everybody's saving up their energy for the second one. John is in the chat. When's the next World Championship going to take place? Probably next year. We'll have 1 or 2 tournaments between now and then. The World Championship usually runs in October. Usually the finals run October, November. Depends on kind of how we schedule things out. But I like this timeline that we did this year. We started in August. I think we started August 30th, and then we ended October 18th. That's a good spread there. Good 6-7 week spread. I like that. Probably do similar time next year. But we'll have other tournaments between now and then. Guys, the correct answer for this challenge maybe we should talk about why this challenge even came into existence here. Fully defined, can see it's Australian rules football. This comes directly from our join membership option here on the channel. We're running a little promotion. I said I would do it for the first 5 or 10 people, but we like this promotion. Who knows? Maybe we'll do it for even longer. We'll see how it goes. But I said I would do this promotion for the first 5 or 10 members, and I want to say thank you so much to those members for joining. It gives you an opportunity to support the channel. It gives you a custom emoji, gives you access to exclusive content. Haven't really posted that much exclusive content. I'm a little on the fence about that exclusive content thing. Maybe what we'll do is we'll do kind of like early preview for members or something like that. I don't like, bifurcating the community. I want it to be kind of like everybody knows what's going on. So I don't like having that extra like videos or anything like that. But maybe we could do like early access videos and more to come. And one of those things that was more to come was that we started doing this promotion where Rich Penn joined the channel. And so we created a special practice models challenge called Rich Penn. Then Bob joined and we created a special practice models challenge called Bob. Then Dom joined. We created a special practice models called Dom. And then Min Watex joined and we created a special practice models called Min Watex. And then Fully Defined joined. And he plays Australian rules football, so we created a very special practice models for Fully Defined. And who's going to be next? Who's next in this list? I don't know. We had somebody else join today. Are they going to end up here at the top of this list? Maybe. We're going to see what happens. So we're really enjoying running this promotion. It's a fun time, and we will see who ends up in this list next. I have no idea who this next one is. Looks like it might have the letter A in their icon. I don't know who it's going to end up being. Guys, the correct answer to that challenge was 4473, and that means that the winner of that challenge was none other than Aaron C, coming in with that first answer, 4473 grams, plus or minus 3 grams. Gave you guys lots of tolerance on that because it's a pretty high number. 4473 grams. That is correct. Well done, my friend. I liked reading through, seeing how you guys did it. It was really interesting. I did the same thing Aaron C did. I did a 90-degree mid-plane revolve. Then I added then chamfer for the seams. I didn't do that. I did it with a sweep. I did 90 degrees mid-plane revolve. So I ended up with this little section here. And then I did the sweep. And then I patterned that around 4x. So there you go. Sweep, then fillets, then patterned it around 4x. Pretty cool. I like being able to kind of read through and see how you guys did it. I love seeing all the different suggestions. And of course, GG. Let's give him a special GG here. GGG to Aaron C. Well done, my friend. Well done. Don't forget you guys who are here, who are members, have that special GG icon. Please use it liberally. All right, guys. Super fun part, though, yeah. Yeah, this is a cool part. I like it. Sounds like a pretty complicated game, Australian rules football. Like I said, it's played on a round pitch or oval. All right, guys, here we go. Next challenge. G, I got it. And number 1. Very nice. Very, very nice. All right, guys, here we go. Next challenge. This next challenge for all of you begins as soon as I go to full screen, and that challenge begins in 3, 2, 1. Go. What is the mass of this part in XXXX grams? Welcome to Wind Farms. First time watcher. Thank you for joining us today, Wind Farms. What we're doing is we're having the audience take a screen capture of this 2D print, put it on their second monitor, and then begin modeling. And the first person to come up with the correct mass for this part will be declared the winner. Good luck. Good luck. This is a part that didn't make it into the tournament, but it's kind of a cool part. This part's called Corner Case, and I like this one. It's got a nice feel to it. It's like a classic Toby modeled part, but as I modeled it up and started looking at the feature tree, I realized, like, hey, this is a tier 5 part. Not exactly a simple part. Maybe not difficult, but certainly complex. Sometimes those go hand in hand. that Toby note of 26, you know, that's to the diameter of that circular boss that's sticking up. I'm just kind of realizing that's not really called out anywhere else. I guess that's why I called it out there, but it shouldn't really be in parentheses, right? Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. It's on the left. It's on the front view. Sorry. It's on the left side of the drawing. Yeah, that's that circular boss that's sticking up, not the hole, obviously, because the hole is only 18 millimeters for the countersink diameter. All right, guys, good luck with that one. Kind of a cool model. Take a screen capture, put it on your second monitor, model it up in the CAD system of your choice, and enter the mass directly in the chat. Now, this one's going to take a little while, and so I figured this would be a good time to go through and do a little, what we like to call a live solve. And we're going to do this live solve using SolidWorks, a wonderful 3D CAD program, parametric 3D CAD modeler that will allow us to kind of introduce some new stuff. Blue by Systems in the chat. You got to fix your username. Blue Byte Systems in the chat. I'm in. Jalili is here. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for joining us. I just gave you a shout out the other day in the Discord, too. Somebody was asking about API tutorials and assistance. Welcome, welcome. These guys really know their stuff when it comes to API tutorials and assistance in custom programming in SolidWorks. Blue Byte Systems, check them out. Say hello. Old friend of the show. Welcome, welcome. So what we're going to do is a little bit of SolidWorks 3D modeling here, a little bit of what we like to call a live solve. And what this means is that we're going to take a look at this 2D print, and we're going to try and solve the answer to this challenge live right here, right now for all of you using SolidWorks. What is the mass of these 3 plates in kilograms? Now, this is kind of a cool, fun model because there's not only a few ways to solve the model itself, but there's also a few ways to solve the question. Right, the question is, what is the total mass of these 3 plates in kilograms? So how do you come up with that total mass? Do you make an assembly? You can make an assembly and add 1, 2, 3, but then that would mean you have to model all 3 of them. Do you do it with configurations? Do you just make one, calculate the mass, type it somewhere, and then modify the model and then type the mass in, like type it into calculator plus, then model the second one, type it into calculator plus, then model the third one, type it into calculator, enter, and now you have the total mass in kilograms? There's a lot of different ways you can come up with the answer as well. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to model it using SolidWorks. I'm going to model it using configurations because it'll give us a good chance to look at what are called configuration tables. And that's something that you actually need when you take the CSWP. You have to know about configuration tables. It's something that comes up when you take the CSWP. They're going to ask you a question specifically on creating and managing configuration tables. Yup, that's me. And the chat says, model the fat one and scale down. Unfortunately, it's not scale. It's only these 2 dimensions here that are changing. These are the only dimensions that change. 18 and 210. Nothing else changes. So everything else is staying the same. Only those 2 dimensions are changing. What is the total mass of these 3 plates in kilograms? Yeah. So anytime we're modeling up a part in 3D from a 2D drawing, the first thing we need to do is think to ourselves, what's the first sketch going to be? What is the first... Blue Byte Systems fixed it. Nice. What is the first sketch going to be? What is the first, where's the origin going to be located? So we're going to go through, we're going to model this thing up in SolidWorks as a live solve. And here we see what that 2D print looks like. And whenever you're going from a 2D print into a 3D model, one of the first things you have to determine is where will my origin be and where will the first sketch be located. And so in the case of this model, it's tempting to say that the origin is going to be right here in the center. And I think I would pretty much agree with that. Whenever you have a round part, that's pretty much where the origin is going to be. But it's tempting to say that my first sketch is going to be this sketch here, this revolve. Maybe that sketch and this sketch here. And then I'll do the inside and then I'll do the spokes. And that certainly is an option, but I think a smarter option, and this was the option that we saw some of our tournament runners doing in the tournament, a smarter option is to create a center line here at the origin and then to create this shape as your first sketch. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to create this shape here as our first sketch, and we're going to use that to revolve into this overall plate. And then we'll do a cut extrude for one of these like triangular shapes to remove that material. And then we'll do a circular pattern of that cut extrude to pattern that spoke around. And then from there, we can find out the answer. What is the total mass of these 3 plates in x.xx kg? And you can see here that when it comes to these 3 plates, the only dimensions that are changing are these dimensions here. The remaining dimensions on the model are staying the same. So let's take a screen capture of that. Go new here, do a screen capture. I'm going to take that screen capture and just move it over to my second monitor. And then I'm going to change my layout here so you guys can see some of my keyboard shortcuts as we're going through and modeling this. And we're going to model this up in SolidWorks. I'm going to be using SolidWorks 2020 here because I like it and I think it's good. So now we're going to do a new part here. The part is going to be using millimeters, MMGS, and it's going to be using plain carbon steel as the material. So you can see that I've got a template here for MMGS and plain carbon steel. Always good to have templates to help you save time, save repeat work. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my right plane, begin a sketch, orient the view, and then I'm going to choose to create a center line here right at the origin. And so that gives me my kind of starting point for this overall design. And then sometimes what I'll do is I'll just create a part of the design. Like maybe I'll create a line that comes down like this and then a line that comes over. Then I'll hit escape and I'll press the S key and I'm going to go to my smart dimension command on the S key menu, pick that center line, pick this line down here, and then choose to make this a doubled dimension. So you see how as I cross over that center line, it becomes a doubled dimension. So we're going to double that over to the other side, and then we're going to type in the value 210, 210, and that kind of helps me to make sure that I've got some kind of a sense of proportion. Now this line here that's going up is actually going to end up being a mirror line. So what I'll do with that line going up is I'll just kind of, I'll drop it wherever I can drop it up here, but then I'll click on that line and I'll choose to make that for construction, because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this line that comes up in this direction. Looks like that line is going to come into a distance of 18. Enter. Going to create a line that comes here at 45 degrees, create a line that goes this way, create a line that comes back up this way at 45 degrees, and then I'm going to create a final line that goes in this direction, and this final line is going to go into our ID of 50. So kind of close off that sketch, hit escape, and now I've got all this geometry right here with that center line, and I can just take that geometry, window select it, window selected here, or you can do a window select or a crossing select, either one. Then I can choose mirror entities and I can just quickly mirror that geometry right across. Now it's just a matter of adding a few dimensions, like this dimension here to the ID. Again, cross over that center line. That's going to be at 50, and this dimension to the from this line here to this line here, the overall width of the plate, that's going to be 18, at least for this first version. Then the distance from this line to this line here is going to be 4, and the distance from this line here to this line here is also going to be 4. Of course, we could also make those lines collinear. The angle here is going to be 45, and it looks like I picked up on a perpendicular relationship, so I could skip this extra angle dimension here, although if I do put it in, SolidWorks will just automatically make it driven for me because I set that setting the first time it asked me if I wanted to make it driven. So now I'm going to create the final dimension here, which is a dimension from this point to the center line, cross over the center line, and that's a dimension of 75 millimeters. And now I've got a nice fully defined sketch there, all the geometry I need for that revolve. Since this sketch has multiple center lines, it's got a center line here and it's got a center line here, I'm going to remember to pre-select this center line, and then I'll choose Features Revolve, and that way SolidWorks knows which center line I want to use. If you only have one center line, SolidWorks automatically puts it in that box. If you have multiples, then what you can do is you can pre-select that center line. So we hit the green check mark, and there we go. There's our first feature, and that's really the majority of this part. Now all I need to do is just get that cut extrude in there. So I'll choose maybe the front plane, begin a sketch, orient my view. I'll take this edge here, since that's kind of the outside most edge of that cut extrude, and I will choose to do a convert entities there. So now that's a circle that's traced right over that edge, a circle in the current sketch. And then what I'll do is I'll create a line here that comes from that circle. It's going to kind of come down here at an angle, come back, touch the end point, go into a radius, single click, come off of that with a tangent C relationship. Let's see, where's tangent C? It's this one or this one? This one. Tangent-C relationship, and drop that onto that line there as well. Nope, that wasn't tangent. So I'll just pick on this point here, and then I'll choose to make those tangent. I don't want these two lines to be perpendicular. You can see SolidWorks gave me perpendicular there. I don't want that. So I'm going to click on that line. I'm going to press delete. And then a little trick that you can do here is you could take this point, hold control, pick this point here, let go of control. You can make those vertical. And so you can see that when we did that, it kind of got this close to being symmetric, but it's not quite symmetric yet. So now what I could do is I could take this line, hold control, take this line here, let go of control, make those equal, and now you can see that that thing is behaving symmetrically. So certainly you could go in and you could create a symmetric relationship, but a lot of times if you just make these two lines equal, if you make the center point vertical, that's kind of like a quick way of enforcing natural geometric symmetry. So that means that all I need to do now is just create this geometry here, the angle dimension, which that angle is 60 typical, and I need to create this dimension here, the radius, and that radius is 20. And then finally, I need to create a dimension here from tangency to tangency, and that's going to be done by holding shift on your keyboard. So I hold shift on my keyboard, pick this arc here, okay, let go of shift, single click to drop the dimension, and that's going to be a distance of 8 millimeters. And now I could either trim this sketch or I could just leave it completely closed how it is, you know, overlapping like a bad sketch. If I leave it as a bad sketch, I can press S key, extrude cut, and then I can come down here to contour selection and choose that contour. Then I can right mouse button in the background and say through all in both directions, and then right mouse button again. That gives me one instance of that thing. And now I could choose to create a circular pattern. For the circular pattern direction, I could choose this outer edge. For the circular pattern feature to pattern, I could choose this face here of the cut extrude, and then I could just bump this number up here to 5 instances of that cut extrude. And there we go. There's one instance of that plate. So now I'm going to save this because I am going to put this into an assembly. I'll call it plates. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose to create multiple configurations of this plate. Now, in the old days, the way that we created configurations was we would go over here to the configuration tree and we would right mouse button on this, the name of the part here, and we would say add configurations, and we would add one here called medium. And then what we would do is we would double click on the plate. We would double click on the dimension we want to change. So I want to change this 210 dimension. So I'll double click on it. And then we would say we want to change that dimension for this configuration only. But in modern builds of SolidWorks, you don't have to do that. It's much easier to manage your configurations. And the way that we do that is we manage our configurations using what's called a configuration table. And so the way we access that configuration table is we double click on the part, we right mouse button on this dimension, and then we choose configure dimension. And what this does is it automatically brings up this table here where we can on the fly create new configuration tables. Now, one thing that's worth noting about this is some functionality you're going to need to know when you get into your CSWP prep class. The CSWP prep class definitely has a section on creating these configuration tables. It's when we get into part 2 here of configurations. It's chapter 4 in the actual training class, but it's part 2 of the CSWP exam. You have to get into working with configurations and making changes and understanding how to manage configurations. So this will definitely be helpful. And if it's something that you need to do a lot of as you're, if you're trying to get prepped for your CSWP, if this is something that you've been struggling with, pay attention here because this is definitely going to help you when you go to do your CSWP. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to look at my configurations. I currently have one configuration here called default. I'm going to double click on the model. And when I double click on the model, I'm going to see that the dimensions from the revolve show up. I'm going to right mouse button on this dimension here, and I'm going to choose configure dimension. And once I choose to configure dimension, I'm going to type in here configuration name 210, and I'm going to press enter. And you'll notice that over here in the tree, a new configuration was just created. So all I did was type in here 210, press enter, and now a new configuration's been created in my SolidWorks configuration tree. Pretty cool, right? So I could come over here, I could type in 270, enter, and I could type in 330, and I can press enter. And we can see here that in the column header, the name of the dimension is D1. Well, what I could do with that name of the dimension there is I could right-click on that name of the dimension where it says D1, and I could choose rename, and I could call that plate diameter. Now, if I choose enter, and then I just choose OK here in this property manager, in this configuration table manager, what I'll notice is that now if I double click on the plate and then I click on this 210, you'll notice that over here where it says primary value, the name of that dimension has changed. So when you're working in the configuration table, it's like a bidirectional driving tool. You're driving the creation of new configurations. You're driving the names of sketch dimensions and of feature names in your model. And that can be really helpful just to kind of like organize a project. Like there's a lot of dimensions here in Sketch 1. I don't want to have to be dealing with D1, D2, D3, things like that. I want to know right away what those dimensions are called. Now, one way we can do that is we could click on that dimension ahead of time and then come over here and I could call this plate width. And certainly that's going to be helpful as well, because when I go to add that dimension to the table, it's going to give me that name. But another way that we can do that is we can get into the configuration manager, the configuration table. And the way you do that is you right mouse button on a dimension and you say configure dimension. And then here's the table. And then right here at the top of the tree, you can right mouse button and choose rename as well. Pretty cool stuff. If you guys like that, hit the like button. It definitely will help you. You can also see here that what we can do is we can choose another dimension. So I can double click on this dimension here. That adds that dimension to the table as well. So now I've got my 3 configurations, 210, 270, and 330. And then I've got these parameters here, the parameters for plate diameter and plate width, which I can change for each of those configurations. So I could change this dimension here to 270, enter, change this one to 330. Maybe I could use my arrow keys to navigate through here. So this one is going to change to 30, enter, and this one is going to change to 48, enter. And I really don't need the default configuration anymore. So I could go over here, double click on 210, and then I could just delete that default configuration. I really don't need that config anymore. And so when I'm done, you can see here that now I've got 210, 270, 330. I didn't have to access Microsoft Excel at all. I'm doing this all right in the built-in tools in SolidWorks. I'm able to quickly go through and change those configurations. And so now what I could do is I could choose to create a new assembly. We'll just go here and choose our assembly template. And then what I could do is in the assembly, I could just press the R key on my keyboard, R, recently accessed documents, and I can drag and drop this plate in from my recently accessed documents. So I'm going to bring this into the configuration 210. I'm going to hold control and drag a face of this part, make a copy of it, hold control and drag a face of this part, make a copy of it. I'm going to click on this copy, come up here and change that one to 270, enter. I'm going to click on this one here. I'm going to choose to change that one to 330 and hit the green check mark or press enter. And then finally, I'm going to go into my options, and in my options, I'm going to go into my document properties, units. I'm going to say custom, and that way I can change my mass here to kilograms. Now, of course, there's easier ways to get to that mass and everything, but this is just one way of going through and solving this model. This is why I really like this model, because there's really several ways you could kind of get to the answer. But one of those ways would be to use configurations, and here you can see how that works using the configurator table. Let's go into our evaluate command, mass properties, and we can see that we are coming up with a mass of 25.31 kilograms. And let's see, did we get it correct? 25.31 kilograms. We did it. We got it correct. So GG to Toby. We did it. We got it correct. And that is how you would solve that model. And if you guys enjoyed that one, if you enjoyed it, be sure to hit the like button. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about that live solve. And of course, if you're interested in the CSWP prep training class, visit us at TooTallToby.com/training. We can get you all signed up for that CSWP training class. It's all online. It's all pre-recorded videos. You can take it on your own time. And within 1 weekend, you could take and pass your CSWP like our former students have. So hope you guys enjoyed that one. And with that, let's move on now and talk about the second answer here that we came up with. Aaron C. in the chat saying, love seeing how Toby handled this wheeled part. Always super clever with patterns and configurations. Thank you, Aaron C. Glad you enjoyed that. Glad you enjoyed that little live solve tutorial. All right, guys, let's get into our second answer here on this live episode of Model Monday Live. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. And if you have the financial means, you could always send us some financial support. You can use the super chat. You can use the super thanks. You can use the website, TooTallToby.com. Aaron C. coming in with some super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. Very much appreciated. Let's get on the super chat train if you guys are enjoying this live stream today. And don't forget to sign up for training as well. That's always the win-win-win. If you guys need SolidWorks training, you want to take 2 days with me, ask me whatever you want, sign up for that training class. It's happening at the end of the month this month, and we would love to see you in that training class. So, guys, the second answer here. What did we get? We were talking about that live solve. What did we come up with for the answer here in the second one? Victor K, 1593 grams. Victor K revising to 1647. Ooh, I like that quick revision. Jern saying, darn Colonel can't handle that football fillets. Oh, brutal. Ivan the Reasonable. Ivan in the chat today competing. What's up, my man? Thank you so much for joining us today. 1647 grams. Aaron C, 1647 grams. Ram Bros, 1647. Gray, 1649. Dom, 1690. Dom revising, 1647. Sharor, 1647. Well done. Amir, 1647. Nice. Guys, the correct answer for this model is 1647 grams. So GG to Victor K getting that point. GG to Aaron C for getting the point earlier. Aaron C and Victor K going at it, competing neck and neck like they did for the full season. Ivan Lowen saying came in for a quick model. Very nice. GG to Victor K. Well done, my friend. Well done. Congratulations. And congratulations to both of our winners today, Victor K and Aaron C. And of course, thank you all so much. You guys really, truly are the most amazing chat ever. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful Monday. What a great way to start the week. I love starting the week like this, Model Monday Live. I get sad when we have to miss them. Don't forget your challenge this week is to talk to a coworker. See if we can get some new blood in here next week. We're going to be going live again next week. We're going to be doing some more Model Monday Live. Maybe we can get some more new members on the channel or get some new viewers here on the channel. We would love to see them in here. Make sure you tell people about the Practice Models app, TooTallToby.com/practice. We're adding new challenges every week, and we're going to add some more probably later today. So check it out. Check out the Practice Models app. Thank you, Bob. Have a great day, my friend. Thank you all so much. We'll see you guys next week, October 28th, new episode of Model Monday Live. During the week, I'm going to be posting a lot of video content, so please hit the little share button on your social media so you can share that out to some of your friends. Tips and tricks, time-saving stuff, and information about our upcoming training classes. Maybe you know somebody who needs some training. Let them know that we're hosting the training class next week, Advanced Part Design, and we're going to be doing practice model shorts, pro moves, social media, text, and image-based posts. Talking a lot about the tournament this week also. Congratulations to our world champion of 3D CAD speed modeling, Ram Bros. And I think that's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you guys again so much for joining us today. It's always such a fun way to start the week. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday. I hope you have a great rest of the week. I'll look forward to seeing you in all the comments and all the videos this week. And I'll look forward to seeing everybody next week on another episode of Model Monday Live. Thank you so much to Phil. Do you even CAD, bro? I try. All right, thanks, guys. Have a great week. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you next time.